Simple reels like that are making this person thousands of dollars a month, but making them daily can take lots of time. That's why I automated the entire process. This AI system ethically clones and publishes viral Instagram reels 100% automatic. Just send a link to a viral reel. The AI extracts the topic, researches a new fresh idea, generates a video using your AI clone or avatar with voice
saying this, but I can't tell you how many times,
and subtitles, scroll stopping hook, and then posts it to Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Facebook, and LinkedIn. If you're still filming all videos yourself, you're doing it the hard way, because with this AI system, you don't even need to hit record. Just send a link to a reel and it's done. Today, I'll show you exactly and step by step how to build this automated AI system, even if you've never built one before. If you want to skip the setup and get this AI system running instantly, you can grab my pre-built automation template. It's available inside my AI automation and agent template subscriptions, where you find a growing library of AI systems for a ridiculously low price. Stick around till the end, because I'll also break down exactly how much this AI system costs you to run. Even if you're not on a computer right now, make sure to watch the entire video, because it's your chance to take advantage of these AI-powered systems before everyone else does, and to use them to save hours each week or sell them as a service. You can get free access to this document that contains all the resources we need for our setup. You just click on the first link below this video. Then you just enter your name and your best email. Check this box, click on Get Access. Then you will be presented with a special offer to get that growing library of AI agented automations for a discount, while your setup resources were sent to your inbox. It could take a few minutes for the email to appear. Now make sure to also check your promotions tab or spam folder, then drag it to primary, click on yes to receive future messages, and then you can open that, and here you find your download resources with the setup document and all other resources for any other video I ever published. And there you just go to the corresponding video and then click on that, and then here is your document. The first thing we need to do is to set up our automation platforms, and it's called N8N. This allows you to build AI-powered workflows that are automated even without any coding or programming skills. So you can click on Get Started for free. Then you can sign up for a free account for 14 days. And that's enough to test out all these workflows we're building here. And then you will be directed towards this dashboard. And here you click on Create New Workflow. And then you can already start building. Now, I've already prepared this for you because I've put this into 4 different segments that we'll be building throughout this video. Now, any workflow always starts with a trigger. So we type in this case, what we want is Telegram. Now, Telegram is like a messaging application that allows you to connect to an automation, and you can interact with it like with a chatbot and send information, but also receive information. So that's why we use Telegram as this trigger. Now here you just click on message. Now, if you don't have Telegram, you can download it here by clicking this link. You can download it to your computer. That's good for testing and switching back and forth between our workflow, but also on your phone, because then that's more convenient to actually then generate and automate your video creation. And so once you've downloaded it, you can then open that. Now let's go back to a workflow, because here you need to connect it to your Telegram account. And this is done by putting in an access token. And that's very easy to get. You go here into search, you search for bot father, here, this one, and then you click on start. This is where you manage your Telegram account and settings and the bots you create. Now the bot is just for us a connection to our automated workflow. So I go here, click on new bot. Then I need to give it a name. So here I will just call it viral reel clone demo. And then I will grab this and copy it, because I need to enter the same name again, but then just attach the words bot to it. And now it's already created, and now I can get the access token here, and then I click on it and it's automatically copied, and then I can paste it here. And then here it should then be connected. Yes, successfully. Great. Now that works. And I can even do a quick test. So I click on test step. Here I click on this link, which will open my bot. And when I click start, you see it has triggered, and this has received information, and it has received the word start. This is good. Now, okay, where is the trigger? It's here on top. Let's drag it a little bit down. Now the first part we will build is the extract video content. Now let's actually click on save. And then I go to Instagram. I will just grab any video I would like to clone. For example, it could be this one. And then I will grab this link here and I will paste it into Telegram, because this is how my automation is supposed to work. So it just grabs this link, gets the video, and then creates my video. So what needs to happen is I need to extract this video ID that I see here. And to do this, I will add another node. That's what these modules are called here. And this is code. But don't worry, we're not going to program any code because I've already prepared this for you. Here, if I scroll a little bit down, we have my getPostID function. And I created this just using ChatGPT. And this just extracts the video ID for me, which I need in the next step to actually get the content from that video. So let's just go back here, drag this in here. Now let's click test workflow. And I will now submit this again here, this link. And now if I double click on it, let's rename this to getPostID. I will get the post ID extracted from this URL I entered. Now our next step is to turn this post ID and to grab this real content and extract everything we need, like the transcript of the video, the captions, and so on. And to get all this information, we need to connect an external tool, like a scraping tool that allows us to do this. And in this case, we will use this one, Instagram Scraper. It's hosted on a platform called Rapid API, where you can have a growing library of different APIs and services you can use within your automation, following the exact same process we are using now to set up this Instagram Scraper. So the first step is always to sign up for a plan. The free plan usually is enough for us for testing. It gives us like 100 scraping operations per month. And what I then want to go is, here are the different things I can do with this. But I want to go to post and I want to get post info. And when you click on it, this opens. This has a few key parts of information that we need. First, we need this URL here. Copy that. And we need to first actually click on this plus sign here, and then this opens. And whenever we connect an external tool that has no direct integration, like for example, here you see Telegram has a direct integration with NNN, but our scraper does not. And then we just use HTTP request. And then here we paste in the URL. And then we need to switch to expressions. And here we already see, here normally goes this post ID. Now we need to drag this from here, from the post that we have extracted. Whenever it's green, that this then is variable and value are correct. Then we need to select headers. And here in the header field, we need to have like two sections. The first thing we need is the API key. So here we use this XRapid API key. And then comes the value. So this is the API key value here. Paste this in here. And then we also need the second piece of information, which is here. It's XRapid API host. And then this value here, from here to here. And that should be it. Now let's rename this to get post content. Now when I click on test step, it should then run and give me all the data I need from that post or that Instagram reel. Now the first thing I want to get is the cover image, so I can extract the title that's on that image, because that's important for people to click and to get lots of views. So let's go back to my automation. Let's see, how can I get the cover image? Well, I just use again HTTP request. Let's just rename this to get cover. And now here I have all these values from my post scraping tool. And here in display URL, so when I can double click that, select the entire URL and then check, okay, is this the value I need? Yes, it is. You see, that's the link to the cover image. So I will just drag this in here. And when I click on test step, it will download the image for me. And now to process it, actually, I need a publicly available URL. So let's drag this over here and let's get to another HTTP request node, because now I want to upload this video somewhere. And we use a free platform that you can use. It's called Cloudinary. We can upload and manage files, so you can sign up for a free account. And then here on our sheet, let's scroll a little bit down, because here we need this URL. So let's go back to our automation. First, we need to select post. Post is whenever we post information. And here we need to insert our Cloudinary ID. And the ID you get when you click on this. So that's basically that one. I go to home, and then I can directly copy that. So this is my cloud name, and I insert it in here. And here I need to select generic credential type, and this must be basic auth. And there I need to add, click on create credential, and here you need to add user and password. Now you get this in Cloudinary by going here down to settings, to API keys, and there you need to generate a new key. And then you need to check your email address to enter the confirmation code. Click approve, and there you have your new API key. Click on copy, and this is actually what needs to be placed in user. And now in password comes the secret. Copy that, paste it in here, click on save. Now we need to select send body, and here we need to select form data, and this needs to be binary file. And this is called file, and this is called data. And here we need to add another parameter. And here this is called upload underscore preset. And now we need to go back into Cloudinary, go to upload. And here click on add upload preset, give it any name. And here select unsigned. And then click on save, and then copy that and paste this in here. And let's actually rename this to upload cover. And then let's click on test step. Yes, it has worked. And there you see we get the URL. This is what we want to our cover image. Great. Let's go back. Click save. Drag this in here. Zoom in a little bit. Now the next step I actually want to extract the text from this cover image. So that's here. And now I can do this very easily because I have the cover image. I can use an OpenAI module, and they have a tool called Analyze Image. So here you need to select your OpenAI connection or API key. So that's also very easy to get. Scroll to the top here. You see we have called platform openai.com. You can sign up for your account and log in with the same information that you use for ChatGPT. Then here you go to settings. You may need to add some credits, like $5 or something, but the cost for us using it in our automation is very, very low, just a few cents, and you will see the full cost breakdown at the end of the video. Then you go to API keys, click on create a new secret key. Doesn't really matter what the name is. And then you select the project, default project. Now I get the key. I can put this in here, click save, and that's it. And here I need to select a model. I usually use ChatGPT, so here I need to just put in the URL. So drag this URL in here of the cover image, unselect this simplify input, and then click on test step. And then it will analyze the image and also get me the text in the image. So here, but I also want to extract this text a little bit cleaner because I only need this text in raw format. And that's why I add another OpenAI module that just reads the analysis from this image analyzer and just gets me the text. So it's just called messenger model. Use the same OpenAI account I have just connected. And here the model, I use the same model, GPT-4o latest. Now here I have a prompt already prepared for you. So here it's extract text from the image. So copy that. That's just what the AI should do. And now here, this is basically already green, so that's good. If for whatever reason it isn't green, all you need to do is, here's the output of our image analysis tool. So we just drag this in here. We just ask this AI model to look at the result of this image analysis and just give me the text. that was mentioned. And this is what it is. Like, stop looking at content from people in your niche, right? And that's exactly the text that is in here. Great. So we just call this get text. Let's go back, move this here, click save. Now the other thing I also want from that is to extract the script, like what is the person saying in the video. And there are several steps we need to do to get this video script. First, we need another code function that extracts the audio file from this video, this Instagram reel. So I would say, hey, filter audio, because as you will see, I will explain what this does actually in a few seconds. So what it does, if we go to our get post content node, like that's the one we set up, like with the scraping tool, this gives us all the information from this Instagram reel. And now we need to look at, okay, where's our audio file? And it's actually embedded in this piece of code. There's a link to the audio file. And this function just cleans it up and just gives me the link to the audio file from this block of code. So, and that's why this value is actually this one. I would drag it in here. Now if I click on test step, if it works, it should give me the link to the audio file. And as you see here, okay, so I need to select table and then I get the full URL. And that's the audio file. And now I need to grab this here, add another HTTP node request, because I now need to download the file. So I need to just select the URL here, click on download audio, because in the next step I will transcribe it. And for that I need this file here available inside my workflow. So here, and for the transcription we also use OpenAI. So they have quite a lots of services that you can use. So we want to use transcriber recording. Again, it's the same OpenAI account you have already connected. And here we just need to click on test step because this is already set. And now it will transcribe this audio file and give me the video script, which is that. And that's what I wanted. So let's go back here. Click save. Now I have all the information I need, right? I have the text from the cover, I have the script on the video, and that's all I need for now. So I can already save this. So let's just rename this step actually to transcribe audio. And now I also want to give this video, I've just downloaded basically and extracted all the content and ID. So I can later have it identified if I want to as a reference. So I add another code function because after that I want to save all this information I've extracted to a Google Sheet. So I can then use it to process and to generate my own video and publish it based on that viral Instagram reel I've extracted all this information from. So, and here I have another code, generate template ID, and this just generates a random string of numbers and letters that I can then use as an ID. So I call it just template ID. So when I click on test step, it will just give me this string here, which I can use as a unique identifier. And now I can save it to the Google Sheet because now I have all this information that I need to generate my video. So with that, let's go on here. And I want to use Google Sheet. So Google Sheets tool. I want to use append row in sheet. Now I need to connect my Google account, but before I do this, I would need to prepare a Google Sheet. I've already done this for you here. So Google Sheet template, you can click on that. Click on make a copy. And now you see we have two sheets here. One is for the templates. This is for all the extracted viral reels content. I will save it here. And then I also have a tab here where I save all the generated videos and content for me that will create in the next automation block. So first here, let's rename this to this is actually, I call it just demo, and today is May 16, 2025. And now I need to sign in here. Click on create new credential and then click on sign in with Google. And I select the same Google account that this Google Shade is now hosted on. Click on continue. And once that is successful, I can go back. And now I can go in here into the document and it will find my Google Sheet that I've just created here. And now I go to templates because this is where I want to save all this information from. And now I just need to drag and drop those different values in here. So first I have template ED goes in here. So these values that you see here, these are just the columns, you see, where I want to store these values. Now the video link, oh, that comes from the beginning. So that's just from Telegram because that's what I sent, right? It's a direct link to this URL. Then the text overlay, well, that's just from get text here. That's this one. Now the video script, well, this comes from transcribe audio. And we also have captions. So the captions comes from the beginning where we extract this information from get post content. So we need to find, okay, where is the captions here extracted? Let's see, it's like some small piece of text here. I think it's this one. Yes, it's this one here. Now we can also save view count of this reel and the follower count. So that might be handy, right? If I want to check out, okay, how viral was this video really, or how many views did it really get compared to the follower count of this person. We just need to scroll a little bit more down. We can find this information. Let's see. Where do we have that? It could be, okay, that's a little bit, let's switch to that one. It might be easier to find it here. Scroll down again. Now here we have the follower count. So this is the follower count here. Now we need the view count of this video. And if we go on here, we should see, okay, it should be like 50,000. Where do we have this value? We have it here, video play count. Great, now when I click on test step, it should save this into the sheet here. Great. Now we rename this to save content. And with that, I have everything I need for the next step to generate the content for my own video. So let's click save. So before I can generate the video, I need to generate the video script for myself, the title of the video and so on. So that's what we will do now in this section. Now, but the first thing I want to do, which is really important, I don't just want to copy the original reel one-to-one. I want to find a fresh new angle. And to do this, I will use a tool that I've listed in here for you, which is called Perplexity. You might have heard of it. It's a powerful AI search engine, and we can add it to our automation so that it researches the topic of the original video and finds me a new fresh angle that's still based on the viral concept, but it's also fresh and new. So it's another external tool that we can use here. So let's go back to my sheet. And here in the Perplexity, this is what we need. So let's copy this URL first and paste this in here. This needs to be post. Now we need to send headers again. So we need the credentials. So first we need authorization. This needs to be the name of that first value, first name. And then we need bearer and API key. So here we need to replace it with our API key. So we need to sign up for a Perplexity account. And then you go to here and go to your settings and go to API keys. Then you may need to add some credits here. And here under API keys, you can see the API keys. You can create a new key here. And then you just grab this entire thing, copy it, and you paste it in here. And then we need to add also these two values here, content type, and this application JSON. And then we need to send body, and this is where we send the request. So we want to switch this to using JSON here. Now I've prepared this already for you. So this is where we tell Perplexity, okay, what should it do for us? What should it do research for us on? Switch this to expression. Let's make this larger. Now here, basically I tell it, okay, you need to find me a fresh unique angle on this video script. So I drag this in here. And here you see this is the text that this will do. And I tell it, okay, it should be in the same niche, but it should be a little bit different. Do research on this and that. And then we go back once this is here, and we just call it research. And when we click on test step, the research will start. Now it is complete, and now I've gotten this response back, which contains also the thought process that this research model goes through to come up with my research report. And I want to clean this a little bit up. That's why I add another function, which I have here called cleanup function. So let's just copy that. And it's not really required, but it makes it easier to process this information for the next step. So I will call it cleanup. Now let's see if it's already properly matched. Yes, and now here I get the response for me, the research report. Great, let's click on save, drag this over here. Now I can already generate the content for me. So I will just duplicate this because I use the same AI model. Attach this. The only thing I will change is the prompt of that. So this will call it generate texts. Go back to my document. I grab this entire prompt that I have already developed for you so that you can use. So what I want to do, I want to use this research results that I've just gotten. And also, this is basically what we have here. This is the research report. And I want this AI tool to write me everything I need. So first, it needs to also consider, okay, this is the original script of the video. And we have done this here, right? The original script comes from that. Let's drag it in here again. Now it should keep the structure and style of this, but model it for my new fresh topic that it has just researched. Then a few elements about formatting and stuff like that. And then here it should also generate the caption for me. So I need to map the caption. I can just go to save content because they already have this also. So caption, it should also write me the caption for this newly researched topic, and also the topic, like the title that goes on top of it. So, and then it gives me all those 3 text elements as this output. So let's go back, click on test step. Now you've seen it has done the work, but it's like one block of text, but I want to separate each out. So I need the caption, the title, and the video script as a separate values. I will just use another function, so duplicate it, and change out the code of this function. Double click, and then here I have this. So I want to split out all these values. So let's copy that and paste it in here. Let's click test step. Okay, now we need to map this again. Sometimes you can have errors depending on your namings. So then just drag in this result of this in here. Click on test step, and then it will work. You see now we have 3 different variables: text overlay, video script, caption text. And that's all we need. Now we can continue. And what also I want to do before I save it to my sheet is I want to also give it an ID. So that's like my video ID. So I have a unique identification for that. So I click on open. I actually want to rename this first. Just call this split. Then this is called video ID. The function is the same. So this will also just generate a unique string of numbers and letters for me, which is good, which is enough. And then I can save this content. So I can also just duplicate this, attach it here. So go back, save texts. The only thing I need to change is here the sheet, because I want to save it now to the sheet of my generated post text. And then I need to find the proper IDs. One is the template ID, so I want to see, okay, from which template was my video based on. And it's this one. Then I want video ID. Drag this in here. And then I just need to map my values from this. So that's topic. Actually, text overlay is that. I will do the topic also in a minute, in a few seconds. So that's my video script. That's my caption text. We don't have URL, publish date, or status yet. What we have is topic, and the topic comes from the cleanup function. This is the research topic. And that's all I need. When I click on test, it should now be written in here. Yes, that's correct. Let's go back, click save. And then we can continue with generating our actual video. Now to generate a video, we use a tool called Captions app. Let's scroll to the top. And there we have it. It's a platform that allows you to generate videos just based on text content or your own AI clones. So you can click on get started. You can sign up for a free account. And now we're actually using the API to connect it to our workflow here. So click on add a new node. So again, it's an external system that doesn't have a direct integration. So we used HTTP request. And here the method is called post. Now the way this works with Captions API, you first need to get a list of speakers. Then you need to select the speaker you want. By speaker means AI avatar. So you can either create your own version of it. So you can click on new twin, click on record a video, or you can just go here, upload a video of yourself. The longer, the better. Then an AI twin will be generated. So then you can access this in your automation, or you could either use a like predefined speakers that they have. And to get this list of speakers, let's scroll here a little bit down because I've prepared a few links for you and that makes it easier. First, we need to use this call URL here. And then we need to click on send headers. Here comes the credentials again. So first, let's go on here. First name is content type. Then this is the values application and JSON. And then comes our API key. So X API key. And then our API key, we get this from API dashboard. Now, in a free account, you get a few credits, so you can test it out. And here we need to just create your key and copy that. And I place it in here. Now let's rename this, get speakers. And that's all we need. So if you click on test step, you will get a list of all the speakers. So these are the twins, AI twins I have generated. So you can actually look through, okay, what type of speaker do you want to use in your video? Well, I actually need to select this so you can basically preview them by going to these links. So, okay, this is a version of me. So let's maybe in this video, I want to maybe use an AI avatar. So you can scroll through that a little bit more. So I want to, for example, use Ava number 4. Let's check her out. What type of video is this? Yeah, for example, I could use that. So I have Ava 4. That's what I will then use in the next step. So I just keep this in mind. So I go here, I drag this to the field here. And now what I need to do is actually create the video. I just duplicate this and just need to switch out a few values. So here we call it generate video. Click on rename this. Now here I need to have this now, this URL. Now API key stays the same, but here I need to click on select send body. And here I go in this field using JSON. I've already prepared this for you, so this is what I need to send. In here, a value. So the first is the video script. Let's go back. Let's go to my save text. There we have the script here. I just drag it in this field. And now I need to have the creator name. This is just the AI. clone I want to use. So I go to get speakers. Now here you need to actually drag this name here. So I want to select Ava number 4. So that's this one. Let's see here. Yes, Ava 4. And that's all I need. Let's click on test step. Now this will run for maybe 2.5 minutes before I can continue. So I need to wait for 2.5 minutes. Switch this to minutes. 2.5. And I click go back here, because the next step, what I need to add is, I need this again, duplicate this, because now I need to get the video URL. So I need to check, okay, is the video finished? And if it is, give me the URL of it. So let's double click it. And here we move to the next part. We need this URL in here. And now down to the JSON field, we need to put in this value, which will call our video based on the operation ID. But if I click on test step, it will first trigger the wait node. So we have to wait for 2.5 minutes before we can continue. Now it has run. So let's check. And I see it's still processing. So it looks like the waiting of 2.5 minutes wasn't long enough. So let's switch this to 3. Actually, I first switch this to 3 seconds and see if it's already done now. So I go in here, click on test step. It's still processing, and now it's 96% done. So we need to wait a little bit longer. And once it's complete, I will set the wait time accordingly. So instead of 2.5 minutes, maybe it needs to be closer to 4 minutes. Let's click on test again. Okay, you see now it's complete. And we can now, first let's click open that.
I feel kind of bad saying this, but I can't tell you how many times someone will ask me because...
So this is already working, so that's good. Before we continue, let's go to the wait node. And let's set this to like 4 minutes. And then I would actually test it normally again if it's really 4 minutes. And once the time is set up accordingly, so the wait time is long enough, I can move to the next part. Because now I have this video, right? But what's missing is the title on top and the subtitle. And this is what I will add in the next step using another tool that I have listed for you here. And it's called JSON to video. You can sign up for a free account here. And then once you're in, we need to actually go back here, because now we need another HTTP request, because it's another external service. And here we need to go to post. I've prepared all this information already for you here. Scroll a little bit down. So JSON to video. Now the first thing you need is to copy this and paste it here, generate credential type. You need to go to custom auth and go to create new credential. Paste this in here. Now go to your JSON to video account, go to API keys, copy that key and paste this in here and click save. And then we need to put in the URL, and the URL is this. Let's copy that, paste this in here. Next I need to trigger send body using JSON. And now we need to use this code I've prepared for you. So just put this in here and I will go through this briefly so you understand roughly how it works. So first we have resolution Instagram story. That's just vertical video format. We want to keep that. Then we have like a video source. So that's when you go in here, this is this source video. This is the base video where we will add our title and subtitles. And that already contains the voice and so on. Now here's the top text on top. So that's the title text. So this is already looking green, so that's already fine. But if for whatever reason it's not green, I will just go to here, save text, get my text overlay and drag it in here. Then we have the styling. So the styling is like just color, font size, font family, font color, background color. positioning and stuff like that. You can modify these values as you want to get the formatting of the video you like. Then we have subtitles, and there we also have font style, font size, and so on, coloring, and then we have language, English, so it knows what subtitles to generate. And that's really all you need to know. And now we can add just text to video, just call it like that. And then I will just click on test step, and then it will run. And this can also like take a few minutes before it's done. So it's still like in processing mode. So I will add another wait node, but usually this is faster. So it's like 2 minutes usually is enough for that processing. So I switch this to 2 minutes actually. And I see, okay, I didn't change this. This should be 4 minutes, not seconds. Click save. And then I can get the video. So I will duplicate this, drag it over here, connect this. And now I just need to switch out. And now I just need to switch out this URL, which is this one now, get video, switch this to expressions. And I can switch this off. I don't need this. And here I just call it get final video. And then I will just click on test step. Now it's gonna wait. Okay, it's waiting again for 4 minutes now. So I will actually stop this. I will switch this to 4 seconds because I know this video is already done. So let's go back in here. And then later I will change it back to minutes, and in that time we will be faster. So let's go to this again. Click on test step. Now it is run, but I got an error because I think I made a mistake. This needs to be to get. This is green, this is a good sign. Now if I click on test, now it should work. Okay, it shows error source URL is required. So if I go on here, let's go to that. So it could be that the video was still not finished. See, it was still just 74%. That's why we have no URL received back from captions. So it looks like the 4 minutes waiting time was still not enough. So maybe we need to put this to 6 minutes. Now let's see if it's now done already. Okay, I switch this to 6 seconds and I click on test step. So I don't have to wait that long because I know the video should be finished by now. Then later I will switch it back to minutes. So now let's go to this one. Let's see if the video is done now. Yes, it is. And then I go to here again and trigger that. And now it should then generate the video for me and no longer give me an error. So let's just wait the 2 minutes until the JSON to video is done. Now it has run and it looks green. So we see it's still in the rendering process also. So if I go to rendering and I click on it, it reloads it and we see it's still running. So it might be longer than 2 minutes. So I have to wait again. And now I see it is running, but the rendering time was actually almost 3 minutes. So I would need to adjust this. So let's see. First, before I click test again, I will first set this to like 3 seconds. So I don't have to wait anymore. And then go back here. Now go to this, click on test step. And this should now give me the final video. Yes, you see. It's the URL of the final video. You see the subtitles and the text title on top. Great, so that's good, it has worked. Now I just go in here and switch this to actually 3 minutes. And then here, I think this is already set to, no, it needs to be minutes as well, so 4 minutes, 6 minutes. Okay, next I want to save the URL also to my Google Sheet, so click duplicate, attach this here. And here I want to have update a row. You select the column to match on. well, this should be the video ID. And the video ID comes from video ID here, that's this one. Now the only value I really need to send, actually can add this here, is the video URL, which comes from get final video from this one. And when I click test step, it should be written in here. Okay, so now it has run, let's check it out. Okay, the video URL is empty. Let's go to my renders and I see, okay, now it has taken 181 seconds. So 3 minutes and 1 second. So I need to go back into my wait node, and this needs to be now, let's just put it to 3. First, let's go into seconds, then it will be 3.5 minutes later, but first let's click on test step again. So I get the actual URL, I can then save it in here. So here, this is just save video URL. And now if I click on test step, now it should work. Yes, it does. And I see I get the URL and it should have been saved to my entry here. Great. Now I can continue, because what I want to receive back is also a Telegram message, right? I sent this link to this reel. I want to be cloned, and then I want to receive the full response back of the video that was generated for me. And to set this up, I need to just add another Telegram node here, Telegram, and here it should be first send a message. Where do we send a text message? So then we have the chat ID. The chat ID comes from Telegram trigger node. Chat ID is here, drag it in here. Now the text, well, I've already prepared this for you. So here's a template. I just want the caption and the video URL in this chat. Let's copy and paste this in here. Do a little bit of formatting so get a clean response. The caption text and the URL. So if I click on that, it should, okay, I first need to select the correct Telegram account. So mine was 24. So now test it again and now it's correct. This is the caption text and now it's the video URL, but now I also want to get the actual video. And it will send me the video, see, and I need to click on that, and then it will be downloaded and I will be displayed in my message. So you see here. Great. And now I need to go back, and with that, my video generation process is finished. And my next step, I will publish this video. So let's click save. Now, for the publishing process, we will switch to a different platform, a different automation platform. I've linked this here. At the top, make.com, because there it's easier to connect those different platforms. So you can sign up for a free account here, and then you can go to scenarios and click on create a new scenario. And the first thing we need is a webhook. A webhook is just a way to catch information. Let's click custom webhook. Let's click on save. And now we copy this. And we need to go back to our init, because now we need to send information from this workflow to this automation we will set up here, which will publish our videos. And to do this, first we need to get another Google Sheet module. Let's just duplicate this one. Drag it in here. Connect this, because first I need to get all the info I need for the publishing process. So this needs to be switched to get rows, and that's all we need. So if I click on test step, it just gives me the last entry that was generated. Now I need to go in here. I need to add another HTTP request, and this is where I need to select post. I paste in this webhook from make.com that I just copied. Then I need to click on send headers, and here I need to send the headers that you have already seen before, which we have here. Now, so content type and application JSON. Then we go to send body and we send the field. So this is where we send the information we need in our publishing tool. So first it's going to be row number. should be the row number we get from here. Next we need caption text that we have here. What else do we need? Well, we also want to have the video URL, right? So video URL. Well, this should actually be here. Now I don't see one yet because I still have this demo entry, so I need to delete this because then I have only one entry with the URL. Let's go back here first, trigger this again. Then I should get the one with the URL. So let's go back in here. Yes, now I have the URL, and I also want to send is the chat ID of my Telegram chat because I want to get a response back when the post was published. So I have a confirmation. So we have chat ID, video URL, and I also want to send one more thing. And this is the video title. And I have this also here in save URL. This is the text overlay. Now that's it. Now let's go back here. This is already listening, so I first need to trigger this. Click on test step, then it sends this information to this. It looks successfully determined. Great, so this is, in this case, is the trigger of this automated workflow. Now if I click on run once, I want to trigger this again. I want to send this code again, or this information. I see, okay, all this is now sent, and now I can process it in this workflow. So first let's rename this. Make com web hook. That's it. Now let's go in here. Now we will use flow control and a router. And there we need now 5 of these branches for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and LinkedIn. We will set this up, all of that. So let's first do LinkedIn. We just type in Instagram. That's the first one, right? So we want to do this. We want to create a real post. And there you need to connect your Instagram account. But first you need to go to Facebook because this runs with a Facebook page. You need to have a Facebook page connected to an Instagram account. And the way to do this is you go to a Facebook profile and then you switch to your Facebook page. So you go in here and then you can switch to this page and then you go to settings. And then here you see it's called linked accounts, and there you can connect an Instagram account. And once this is connected, you click on add, you click on save, and will be prompted to log into your Facebook account. Click on continue. And then it will load the Facebook, the Instagram account you have just integrated with your Facebook page. And then you can choose the one you want. And here's the video URL. That's just the URL here. And here we have the caption, and that's just the caption text. Click on save. Now, before I set up the other platforms, I also want to have a Google Sheets module, which will, in this case, update a row because I want to mark this video as published and also write the publishing date in the sheet so I have it organized. And so here I also just connect my Google account. Just go to type in my date here. Click on sign in with Google. Sign in with the same account that we have already connected the Google Sheet in N8N. And then the Google Sheet will be loaded. Continue. So here I click on choose the file. Now my Google Sheet has the date 16, so it's this one. Then I need to select the sheet name, generated post. Now I select the row number to decide, okay, which row should be updated. And now I get these, and what I want to update is the publish status. So this should be written published. And here I want the publish date. So it should write the date and the time of the publication. And here I just use this formula, and this will do that. And now what I also want to receive is a Telegram response back. So the post was published. So here go to there, click on send message. Now here I need the chat ID. That's why I have submitted this with the webhook. But first, actually, you need to create the connection. So let's go back to our bot father here. Grab the same access token here. So we'll just call this AI clone real. Click on save. Chat ID, right? We've already mapped that. The text, that's just my Telegram response message back. So it should just be like this, like the post with this title was published at this time to this platform. So I have the video, and then I just put in with this title, was successfully published to, this is where the platform goes. So I will just type it in manually. Instagram at, well, the time is just basically this, or like this, the time formula I already have here. Plug it again in here. And that's all I would need. Now, before I set up the other models, I will test this once. So I will click on run once. I will go in here, test step, and then this will be triggered. And then I check if it's all set up correctly. Now I see it has run, everything was successful. So let's check. Was the post published? Go to my Instagram account, reload it. Yes, you see, I can see it. Video was published with the caption text, great. Now the next thing I want to check is, okay, was the status changed? Yes, and the publishing time was noted here. And I also received a confirmation here. The video was successfully published to Instagram at this time. So this works. Now, one thing to mention though is the video file, right? I've downloaded it. It has 40 megabytes, but with your free account on make.com, you can only upload files up to 5 megabytes. And if you want to have unlimited file size, like or 100 megabytes, you need to upgrade to the next plan, which costs $10 a month, or you need to integrate a process before you send the video to your Make automation to compress the file size. Now I've done this inside my AI automation and template subscriptions, a workaround that you can try out to reduce the file size below 5 megabyte of the video if you want to stay on the free plan. So just keep that in mind. If you get an error here, maximum file size error or something like that, that's the case. You need to either compress the video file or you need to upgrade to the next plan of your Make account. Now we'll set up the next node, or let's just start with Facebook because it's also direct integration. Click on add. You can already select the Facebook account you've connected with your Instagram account. No. Now here you can add your Facebook account. So it just goes in the same way. Facebook account, I type in the date. So I know when I connected it, because sometimes you need to refresh those connections as they might expire and require new authentication after a few weeks or months. Then I select the Facebook page I want to publish to. It's got this demo page. Here we need to select download from video URL. And here we use this URL. The description is just the caption text. Click save. Now this stuff I can just duplicate, copy, and paste. And here I will just switch out the platform. So Facebook. Next, we want to do, let's say, YouTube, for example. But for YouTube, I first need to get the video file and plug in the URL here, for YouTube, I mean, yeah. And then I can connect YouTube. You go to upload video. Then you need to go to add a new connection. Type in the date here. Click on sign in with Google. Sign in with the account you use, where you have your YouTube channel on. Then we're going to select my YouTube channel, my demo channel. Click on save. Now open it again so the error goes away. Go to the title. This is just the video title. The video file is already selected. Now I need to choose the category of my video. Select publish. The description is just the caption text. Save. Okay, save again. Then duplicate this again. You can press the shift and then copy and paste. Change this to YouTube here. Save. Now let's do LinkedIn. For LinkedIn, I also need this get a file module first, then connect LinkedIn. LinkedIn, you want to have generate a user video post. So here connect your LinkedIn account and then click save, and then we'll be prompted to sign up with your LinkedIn account. And so I already select mine here. Again, good. The title, well, it could be just be the video title here. The content is just a caption text. And that's all we need here. Click on save again. Now duplicate that again. I'll actually duplicate this, copy modules, paste. And here this needs to change to LinkedIn. Click save. And now the next step is TikTok. Now TikTok, when you type in TikTok, doesn't have a direct integration to upload videos. That's why we need a third-party tool. You will find it here at the top. It's called uploadpost.com. So you can click on it. Then you can sign up for a free account, which gives you like 10 videos that can be published automatically per month. Then you go to manage users. Then you create a new user. It could be any name. It doesn't need to be your TikTok name, profile name. Then you click on TikTok and then it will connect to that. So I've already done this, so I'm not doing this again. And then I will need this username, which I will need to add now. Let's go back here. First thing, I also need this module here, get a file. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's delete this. Then it's connected here. And then I need another HTTP, but this time I need make a request. And now here I need post. And then as a URL, I've prepared this for you already. Scroll to the bottom. There we should have it somewhere. Yes, here we have this. And this needs to be pasted in here. And then we need headers. We need to add our credentials. So it's authorization. That's where the API key goes into. And then here you go to API keys. You create a key. And then you copy the key. And we pasted it here, but we also need to add this here. So we need to add the words API key in front of it. So let's add the word API keys and a space. Now we can send the information we want to send. So we go to body type, and here we need to select multi-part form data, and then we can add the fields. So the first is going to be a text field. Now here we type in user, and there you need to put in your username. So you go back to manage users. I put in the username that's connected to TikTok. I copy that, paste it in value. Then next, let's go to text. Now we call it title. Our value is just our video title. Now we add another field of text. Here the value is platform, and then these brackets, and then we have TikTok. Then we add another item, text, and this is description. And here we have our caption text. And then we add another item. Now this time it's file. Select this, and the value is video. And that is it. So we just rename this to TikTok. And then we copy this again, paste this in here. We will rename this to TikTok. And then I will test this again. So I've already tested Instagram, so I can disconnect it for a while. And click on save, run once, and now I will trigger this again here. So go to my webhook, and here click on test step. And then see if there are any errors. Now I see it has run successfully, and I got all the confirmation messages published to Facebook, to YouTube, to LinkedIn, to TikTok. Now I check out these platforms here on Facebook. It was published, correct. Now on YouTube, yes, it was published. On LinkedIn it was published, and on TikTok it was also published. So now I can connect Instagram also again, click on save, switch this to on, and then this automation will run automatically. And I also go back here because this is also finished now. So this automation is set up, click on save. I also switch this to on, okay. And now the only thing I have to do is to go to Instagram, find viral reels, and send links to my Telegram. Now let's talk about cost. How much does it cost us to run the entire automation with our end-to-end workflow, with our make.com workflow, and all the tools we've connected with it to publish videos? So I've broken the cost down for like a 30-second video, roughly, and for like these different video volumes, 30 videos, 60 videos, 90 videos, and 150 videos a month. So with the Captions API, it costs you like $1.50 to generate one AI clone video. So for 30 videos, that's like $45. N8N on the lowest plan costs you $24 a month. And this is enough for any type of volume here. It gives you 2,500 executions a month, which is like 2,500 videos you could potentially create per month on this plan. Now you could switch it to a self-hosted plan. So instead of paying $24, you would pay $5 a month, but it's a little bit more technical and the setups become a little bit more technical. So if you have the time, then you could do this. If you want the easy route, because you're not that technical, I would just stay on this plan for $24 a month, which I have as well. Because as you see, it will still be worth it because given the time, it will save you because video creation is like almost a matter of seconds, right? Then we have OpenAI to generate the content for us, transcribe the audios. It's very cheap, just a few cents, right? And here, Cloudinary, where we host our files, it's just $0, doesn't cost anything at the lowest plan, at the free plan. Perplexity, also very cheap. Make.com, now it's free for up to like 90 videos a month, 3 videos a day, if you want to publish automatically. Or, as I mentioned, you may need to upgrade if you want to upload larger files than 5 megabytes. Then you might also need to upgrade already on the low end plan. However, if your video files are like compressed and below 5 megabytes, you could still use the free plan for up to like 60 videos, and then you would need to upgrade. JSON to video, that creates the final video for us. It's also rather cheap video creation, so it costs around like 30 videos, $2, 60 videos, $4, and so on. The Instagram scraper tool, now it's free for up to scraping 100 videos a month. So, and then you would just pay $9.99 for anything more than 100 videos a month. And upload post, that gives you like on the free plan up 10 uploads a month. And if you want more than that, like 30 videos, 60 videos, 90 videos or more, it costs you $14 a month. Now, broken down into the cost per video using the web app of N8N, like $24 a month as a cost factor. This is how much it will cost you to create one video. Here we have like $2.80, and it reduces the cost with the more volume you generate. Now with the web application, I mean, the total cost of it would be like $85 a month. And if you use the self-hosted version, it would be a little bit cheaper because you save like $20 a month and it would cost you $66 a month. Now, compared to how much time this would save you, like if you would manually create those videos based on these viral reels, it's likely going to take you 12 minutes, perhaps even longer. And even if it's just 12 minutes that you save, if you generate 30 videos a month, this would come down to 6 hours saved or 12 hours saved per month. So in this case, if your time is worth more than $10 per hour, this automation is still fairly cheap and a good price. Now I also listed out the fully budget version for you, right? To make it even a little bit cheaper. If you only generate 20-second videos, and you can change the length of the video by going into generate text. Here in this generate text mode, you will find that I have defined that the script must be less than 700 characters. Now, on the one hand, Caption API, which we use to generate our AI avatar video, has a character limit of 800. And on the other hand, like 700 characters is around 30 to 40 seconds long. Now, you could reduce the length of it and therefore the cost of each video a little bit down. If you say, okay, I only want 20-second videos, then I've reduced the price for you, like a video costed then $1. And then I also have removed the TikTok pricing, so uploadpost.com. I assume you post manually to TikTok or not at all. Then the cost per video would be like $56 or $37 if you use the self-hosted N8N version. So it gets even cheaper. However, it requires a little bit more time because you need to manually post to TikTok. Your video length is a little bit reduced. So these are the two options you have. If you want to see more videos like this where I show you how I built this highly effective AI-powered system, even without having a technical background, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos.